Last video, we looked at my first adventure into Linux and how it was a mistake. But in 2001, I decided to switch to Linux full time, put up with Windows. So I think Service Pack 2 just come out for XP at this point, and I realised Windows was never getting better. Side note is, I always laugh when people say how great XP was, because you can obviously tell they never used it before Service Pack 3. So, yep, I got convinced by someone online to try out Linux, with Red Hat 9 being the desktop ready version. You know, yeah, even back in 2001 we were saying it was a year of desktop Linux. As we can see it, the installation process is very much smoother. I can basically understand what I'm doing, and I don't need to be an expert to get things installed. And hey, we got Ethernet going this time. It does remind me a bit of the XP installer, but it's slightly better, gives me a bit more control. But yeah, I think this is when installing Linux became simple, at least in my opinion. I've just gone for a basic desktop. This is when you selected if you wanted a server install or desktop, workstation. Yeah, thank God we've moved on a bit since then. So you can tell how old this was. DVDs weren't even common at this point, so I had to use free CDs. Now, why are free CDs important in this story? Remember when I told you yesterday that we were downloading at 6 kilobytes per second? Yeah, ISOs are around 700 meg. It took about 3 days per CD. So, yes, 9 days to download this it took me. 9 days. First error as well, that's not a good sign. There we go, we're into the first boot. Right, here we go. Into the welcome screen. Let's get set up. You can definitely see how much things have improved since the last time, and that was only, what, 2 years? You don't need to be a full-on nerd anymore, I don't think, just to get it installed. I thought while I'm here I'll see if the NTP website's still working, just for a bit of laughs. It was shocked to find it worked. Letting me register it, they copied the Windows a little bit too much there. But yeah, I think that's it, we're all in, ready to go. Let's see if it boots. Nice. So this is GNOME being used. They're GNOME 2.20, I believe. We'll check later on. But you can see they've definitely tried going for the market of Windows XP users that weren't really enjoying it, because they've obviously taken away the 2-panel setup and gone for a more start menu type thing. It almost has a cinnamon feel to it, really, doesn't it? You can see here we've got the add restore, remove programs. So I've just kept with a default base, just to show you how a new Linux user would have installed Linux basically back in that time. Because, you know, we don't know what we're doing, do we? We're glad that people give us defaults to get going. Let's see how useful it would have been. Alright, go and check, see if I can update still. There's no way now, is it? But hey, just see if it does go to it. Now, I will say to you that the reason why Linux wasn't ready to be the year of desktop then was your system just broke randomly. They call it RPM hell, and it's basically the system just gets so confused with working out dependencies that it will just no longer work anymore. And so you used to get about 2 to 3 months out of a Red Hat install, then you'll have to reinstall it again to get yourself fixing it.
Skill issue.
Now yes, maybe that was a skill issue on my part at the time, but it was a very common thing that people just didn't know how to fix it. So we're going to take a look at the web browser at the moment, and we've got Mozilla installed, so this is pre-Firefox. Let's go and have a look what version that is. 1.21. Oh. Can we get into Google? An SSL error, obviously you expect that for the age, but hey, Google does load. That's nice. How about YouTube? I mean, even YouTube is out this time. No. I mean, I don't really care enough, and I don't think you do either for me to get it working. I'm sure I could if I really cared. Go and take a look around at the system though. This is the file browser on Nautilus. It really has that old Windows 98 feel, doesn't it, of mixing the web browser and file manager together. Yeah, I wonder if at the time I enjoyed that, but I can definitely say nowadays it makes me feel a little bit sick in the mouth. We definitely did copy Windows quite a lot. Or Windows copied us quite a lot, one of the two. We've been past known developers to be the people making bad choices that has affected everyone else. Let's have a little look what else we've got in here. Oh, we're still back in OpenOffice, so this is way before the takeover of Sun by Oracle, and obviously the creation of LibreOffice. This looks just like Office 1997 would have looked like. No qualms there. As a college kid at the time, I'm sure I would have been fine using this. Would have been using macros or anything. Oh, version 1.02. God. And yeah, there's still that Sun copyright right there. God, here's another relic in there of the past. How this was like an early 2000 machine to still have screensavers. When I first saw this come up, I thought the GPU driver had an issue. We had some bad taste back in the days, didn't we? Imagine running a screensaver nowadays. Look at the state of it. Why have we got barcodes on? What was wrong with us? Now I'm launching nukes. No wonder people think that Linux users are hackers when you've got screensavers like this. Is it what could you even say to the old Ma if she walked in and that's what she saw? I suppose there's a little bit dark humour to say this was in 2001, isn't it? Oops, I bet that was gone on the next release. Let's check out GIMP. Oh god, this is really old, isn't it? Ooh, this is back before they when they used to make everything separate windows. God, I forgot how bad it was. I mean, I'm glad they copied that feature from Photoshop to make it one window. Let's see if we can make a file and see how hard it was back in the day. Trying to find the paint tool, it's just not in the same places I'm used to now. Let's try and change colour. Oh. Close or refer to... Oh, Christ. Yeah, we had... I keep saying it's the modern era that ruined UX design. But, yeah, when your options close or revert to a colour... Wait, you both think both are cancelled, don't you, really? I'm glad we've got better at fixing stuff like that. Yeah, so maybe we've always been bad at GUI interfaces, but we got there in the end. see if I can figure out how to save this. Oh. Under file. Where the hell is it? What? Why isn't there save at the top? Nothing there. What? What the hell? Oh, it's not even let me save it as quit. What? How did I use this shit? Is it? Oh, you gotta right click and then go to save as. No export or anything. It's just... Can you imagine being a dealer back in the early 2000s, telling people how much better open source software is, and this is how we do photo editing. God, we was as deluded then as we are today. Let's see what else we got. Ah, so there we go, we've got the file there. If we open that up, got to right click it. Oh, it opens it up inside the thing. So yeah, that's definitely that Windows-esque kind of feature of doing everything inside the file explorer. Let's try to open it up in Immolo. It's small, we zoom in using the scroll wheel. That works quite nice. Yep, like that. Now let's see what version it is. 2.20. So yeah, it's still quite early days into the GNOME 2 release cycle, so it's definitely getting there, isn't it? It's definitely getting there. You can see where things were going well before they ruined it with the 3.x release. What's the music player installed? Oh, XMMS. This was the Winamp clone of the day. Oh, this thing was beautiful. The skins you could get on this was awesome. I actually missed this program, but there's none installed here. That program was the bee's knees back in the day. I've got system monitor. Yeah, it looks like your Windows 98 version, doesn't it? Looks pretty good though. Yeah, look at that, only 344 megs of RAM. Pretty light, pretty light. Bearing in mind what? 344 meg, that's your average baseline Arch install nowadays on AMD 64. Yeah, okay. We know we got more registers, so the RAM's going up. I think this is the whole desktop. Right, that's quite impressive. Yeah, taking a look at uname A, we're using a 2.4 kernel still. I think the 2.6 just came out yet, so they obviously didn't think it was stable enough. And yeah, there's the RAM again. 353. Have we got OS release yet? No. Oh, we got Red Hat release now though, so we can do that. So we're getting closer to the Linux standard base coming out, where you can find out what version of Linux you're running. So that's quite nice. Let's see if I can get NeoFetch to run on this. Now, I don't think it's going to work. I think it'll probably rely on too many new bash features, but a bit of fun with it. Alright, let's put it down from this site. Oh, that's not working. I wonder if there's an option to disable SSL. Doesn't look like we even had that in wget at that time. Glad that exists nowadays. Let's use a paste bin that I know it doesn't force SSL. Yeah, that's downloaded, but I can't run it. Yeah, like I thought. It's relying on too many new bash features. Oh well, it was only a bit of fun, wasn't it? Right, let's take a look what we got going on in here. So, we looked at sound and videos. Let's go and look at the accessories. Maybe text editor. Oh, what's that? Palm Pilots. Oh, bloody hell, it shows you how old it was, wasn't it? Smartphones weren't even out at this point, so all we had was the old iPad PDAs. And nerds loved them things, so obviously that'll be on by default. Here's the text editor. Kind of just looks like the one we use today. Like, I suppose once you've got your text editor nailed, you don't need to change it. Programming's just Emacs, Devils. Evolution for emails, no point in looking at that. I mean, minus the fact that Linux wasn't as stable as it is today, and you were going to have issues, and hardware manufacturers didn't support Linux. Generally, though, you can see where the idea of it's going. Like, we're moving into that user-friendly area. We're not there yet. It's still rough as hell, isn't it? This is what we all cared about, really, wasn't it? Games. Right, there's a bit of free Civ on by default. Actually, Legends. Oh, I can't remember how you connect to this. I think you run the server, didn't you? Yeah, run the server first. There we go. And that will let me run the client version. There we go, connected. Oh wait, no, this was a multiplayer game back in the day, wasn't it? You couldn't play single player, so yeah. Well, at least I can play with myself.
Phrasing, boom! Inappropriate.
The only time I'm ever happy to see Chromium installed on my computer by default. Where'd you learn the controls of this thing? Fucking hell. Right, I'll figure them out as I go, I guess. Hello, poker. Alright, okay, so how do I play this? If I click on them, I hold and then throw away the other cards, maybe? Yeah, let's try going for a straight. Maybe a flush as well. Draw. Oh, game over. I'm not allowed to pick any more cards, I guess. Right, let's have a look at this one. Go for a flush again. No. Oh, I won. What'd I get? Oh, got a pair. Oh, no, got threes. So I'm guessing this is kind of just more like snap than poker. More of a kind. I better quit before I get back into my gambling addiction. Yeah, all in all, this is quite nice, I think, and yeah, I'm not going to lie to you and say Linux was great back then, but it's definitely a good lesson into maybe sometimes we think things are perfect when they're quite not yet. But yeah, I'd love to hear some more of your stories, and I did enjoy reading your first time distros last time, but let's hear about your experiences this time, I think, and yeah, keep compiling and keep up with the nostalgia, I guess, guys. Catch you on the next one. So it's clear I have a Gen 2 addiction. Why not help enable me to get new hardware, or just cope with the stresses with vodka like these wonderful people you see before you? Prices only start at $1, and every little bit helps me. Thank you. Some upcoming ideas I have are shown on the screen now, but obviously it's up to you.